Hey everybody, ready to set my workout going and outdoor walk. Very outdoor today. Look at this beautiful
Gorgeous.
Lysterfield Park. And we're off.
Welcome to your next collision walk. We are so grateful to have you with us walking today, whether you're on your treadmill, whether you're inside, whether you're outside, whether you're walking in its beautiful skies or whether you're walking and it's miserable. You can enjoy virtually exploring this gorgeous area with us as we do our next collision walk.
I don't know whether you can hear the kookaburras in the background. Beautiful.
It is beautiful. There is something so beautiful about getting out in God's nature and just actually stopping, and I find it recalibrating. I think is often the word I use. Because I think often going for a walk, and especially when you're outside,
that's because you're a robot.
Yeah, and when you're with people, that is one thing I genuinely find is I think it just helps me recalibrate, find my footing, find my assurance, find my strength in God once again. And that is one of the beautiful things about being able to get out, even virtually, if you're inside, but you're virtually getting out, and just reminding yourself of the God who made this world around us, God who made us, and how amazing and creative He is.
This is so beautiful out here, and look at the beautiful trees.
This is stunning, and such a perfect day. I do love when you can just feel that warm weather. You can just see the difference. After a long winter, it's such a beautiful break.
But we've found people.
This is gorgeous. Pastor Peter, I don't know if you remember this. We came here for my 18th birthday.
I didn't remember that, no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I know we came here, but I wouldn't have known the occasions we came here for.
This is where I spent my 18th birthday. We had a picnic here.
So, beautiful time. So, what sort of walk are we doing today, Brooke?
Well, we're going to enjoy doing, I think, what we've done last time, which worked so well. We're going to continue with our 30-minute as our time, but we're going to do the same thing where we'll do 4 minutes of a nice steady pace walk as we've been doing, but then we're going to do a 1-minute power walk. And this is a great way of increasing your fitness, but doing it in steps. So, Pastor Peter, if you are happy with that, that's what we're going to continue with today.
All right, so do you want to do a power walk now?
We've still got another 2 minutes before we have to do that first.
Okay, so you do 5 minutes?
Yeah, so we do 4 minutes and then a 1-minute power walk.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's all like there's a plan to it.
Exactly. It does make it, and it makes it easier. It makes it, the whole thing can break up. You know, even this morning, I was doing a run on my treadmill and I was using the program I use for my virtual runs. And they were doing this style where you'd go for a jog and then you'd do sort of a sprint for 2 minutes. I was actually thinking about our walks and I was thinking, it is such an effective way of increasing speed and increasing endurance when you're doing it in that, the pace that I ran at, I could not run at for very long, but I could say I can do it for 2 minutes. I can keep up with him for 2 minutes. And you know, the amazing thing is I did that run a few months ago and I struggled so much with the runs because I was really extending myself. But you know, today I did them and I found them a lot easier. And I was thinking, every time you do it, every time you stretch yourself, your body is responding. And even if in the moment I didn't feel as though I was seeing much change, a few months later when I redid the run, today I was thinking, oh wow, I actually have increased in my speed from all these interval trainings.
That's
good
stuff.
Just look around here, look at that gorgeous view.
Oh, look at that.
Absolutely stunning. Okay, we've got 15 seconds before our first power walk.
Okay, so when we walk for 60 seconds, and
60 seconds exactly.
Push,
getting us to 5 minutes.
We're not running, we're just making our breath really increase.
Absolutely. So at the moment you should be able to maintain a conversation and go, Pastor Peter.
Okay.
And so when you're doing your steady state, you should be able to maintain a conversation. Once you get to a power walk stage, you should be like me. You're having to take deep breaths as you're having to say those steps. So here's a tip that I learned when I was doing a virtual half marathon. They said when you're struggling, when you're feeling puffed, one of the best things to do is try to focus on something around you. So for you watching at home, try to focus on the trees, focus on that gorgeous lake. Just stop for a few seconds and try to refocus on your surroundings. And they said that will help you as your breath is catching up. Your focus doesn't have to be on your breath, but we can actually be like, just look at this gorgeous place around me. And that's a way you can help get through those harder pushes. So stop and look at that gorgeous blue water. Look at the blue sky.
Yep.
Beautiful
so don't think
trees.
about the walking. Think about something that you.
Exactly. Change your focus from your breathing to what you're looking at around you. And we can slow down again.
Wow, that went quick, actually. That was all right. Maybe because it's the first one.
It's true. But I do find that is a really helpful trick, is changing where you're focusing. Because I think otherwise, the more I focus on how puffed or tired I am, I just feel more puffed and tired. And I think that's also, a great segue into what I was thinking we could talk about today, Pastor Peter, with this concept, which has been on my heart recently, which is about praise.
Yep.
And even as Pastor Peter and I were driving over here today, we were listening to the Elevation Brandon Lake song, Praise. And I was just thinking about that concept of when you put your focus just on praising God for who he is, on his faithfulness, on his goodness, how similar is it to when we're doing our workouts, and instead of focusing on, oh, my body's sore, oh, my body feels puffed, oh, my body's struggling, all you do is feel worse. Whereas when you begin to focus on other things, your body actually responds.
Yeah.
And in that same way, when you just start focusing on God, your faith, your spirit, man, your soul responds. Whereas the more you focus on how you're struggling, the worse you feel.
That's really true. I think focus is such an important part of what we do. I'm thinking of the scripture in Hebrews 12, is it? That says, we're going to walk across the weir, are we?
Perfect.
Go down here. So where it says, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith.
Yeah.
And that concept of fixing means you have to, I think the Greek word there means sort of to turn with a purpose.
I like that.
And it implies in that you've got to turn away from other things.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Yeah, it's a fixing. You're actually determining what you're going to put your focus on, because a lot of people don't realise they do have a focus. They just think they're just going through life, don't they?
Yeah. That's really true, and it's that choosing what you're focusing on. It doesn't mean that you're just ignoring it, but there's a difference between ignoring to choosing to not focus on something. It's not saying, oh, I'm in denial. It's not saying, okay, using our walks as an example. We don't say,
Put maybe down this way.
Perfect. We don't say, oh, I'm in denial that my body is puffing. But we're saying that if you don't focus on it, that can suddenly become background noise, and you can focus on what you're doing in that moment, where you're heading, what you're accomplishing through this.
One of the things in life, it's true, you can't tell people not to focus on something, because as soon as I say don't focus on it, you think about it.
Yeah.
So it becomes it's like if you're in a room and you tell someone, don't listen to the sound of the air conditioner in this room.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
that's all you can hear.
I can hear now I'm hearing the air conditioner. And there's a problem in the way we do things, is if we say don't focus at it, we still use the same thing that our body says, okay, give it attention.
Yeah, that's so true.
I'm like giving it negative attention.
It's like, don't think of an elephant, don't think of an elephant, don't think of an elephant.
Yeah, now you made me think of an elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't think how. Right,
and Pastor, we've got 30 seconds until our next sprint.
All right, well, let's just do a little test. Don't think about how much you're puffing right now. All right?
Now suddenly I'm aware of it.
Now the first thing you do is think, oh, I'm breathing, how much I'm breathing. So by telling people don't focus on something, let's head down here. I don't know. We're actually exploring. We've never been in this area before.
There's a path this way.
Yeah, we'll go actually follow the path.
Okay,
I thought there might have been a path through there. Oh yeah, there's a path down here.
One,
we're going to power walk on this path.
We are power walking to the path. That is so true. Just try it right now. Okay, let's focus on this path. Let's focus on this beautiful day.
Yeah.
Focus on what are your plans today? What's something good that you can focus on? Focus on what's a good thing that God has done in your life this week. Okay, what is something I want you to challenge while we're walking right now? I want you to think, proactively start thinking, what is one good thing that God has done for you, for your family this week? What's one good thing he's done for you in your work? What is one good thing he's done where it's been an act of kindness from a stranger? What is one good thing where he's given you a good car spot at their shops?
I was just thinking, this is a really weird road here. They haven't done a very good job making it flat. And then I suddenly worked out, no, it's for bikes, isn't it?
Oh, it's not for walkers.
Yeah, that's you can see, BMX type bikes, I'm guessing, up and down, and then use that to turn around and go back again.
3, 2, 1, and back to steady paced walk.
Okay, that was quick. And that's because I was focusing on something,
Yeah.
thinking, not really concerned about the extra pace.
And you know, I remember seeing, it was Natalie Portman, the actress. I remember seeing a masterclass she did on acting. And she said one of a huge challenge you have when you're acting is how many people there will be on set. And she said it can be so distracting. You've got camera operators, you've got cameras, you've got just general crew, you can have crowds who are just watching, you can have producers, you can have friends and families, you can have caterers. She said there can just be so much busyness on a set that it can be really hard.
Kangaroo down here.
Ooh, gorgeous. She said it can be really hard to actually just concentrate on your scene and what your character in that moment. And she said one thing that really helped her. She said she stopped trying to ignore.
Now, international people watching from overseas might be really amazed at
That is
this.
actually very true. Hold on, let's pause Natalie Portman's amazing advice while we see our new friend.
There we go. Can you see it on the? There we go. Oh, and there's another one under the bushes. A little smaller one over there. Little one. Look at the little one. For anyone in America who's watching, these are basically in our backyard all the time. No, this is. They're not too hard to find if you come out to somewhere like this. Yeah, and there's one under the bush there.
One's resting.
Oh.
Oh, that is amazing.
But yeah, we're not that far from our home, and
Yeah.
and we can go and find them in the wild fairly easily.
They're beautiful. What was I saying? Oh, Natalie Portman. So she said she stopped trying to ignore. Is this a good spot for us to do our turnaround point?
Almost, I reckon.
We can get up to the.
We'll do here and then.
Okay.
Let's go see where those kangaroos went, and then we'll come back.
She said she stopped trying to ignore all the busyness of the set, and she said what she would do is before she would film, before they'd say action, she would actually stop, take a big look around at all the busyness, all the chaos, and she said it would almost be like accepting, this is all here. She said, I'm looking at it all, I'm taking it all in, but she said then I am choosing to put it aside, so now I focus on my scene.
Yep.
She said, I don't try to say it's not there, it's not there. She said, I actually take a moment where I look at it, I take control of it and say, okay, now I'm choosing to put this aside and now I get to focus on my scene.
So I'm pointing kangaroo, just hopping, here we go. Oh look, I don't know whether you can see through there. We've come across a little mob of kangaroos. Kangaroos are called a mob.
They were watching us like, what on earth are you doing? There's about 4 in there. I don't know if you can see them.
Yeah, there's one just here, just coming out a bit further on. Oh, no. I'm going to hop through.
That is amazing.
All right.
He says, well, that was a very cool discovery on our walks.
Yeah, that was really nice, isn't it?
I do love how confused they look, just
Yeah.
looking at us thinking, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing all the way down here? We're a little bit off the beaten path here.
Yes,
Brooke might have noticed that.
just a little bit.
But yeah, so.
Oh, past me actually 3, 2,
power walk.
1, it's power walk time.
Yeah, well, I'm just seeing lots of kangaroos here at the moment. But time to power walk.
Power walking, and we are so blessed in Australia that something like a kangaroo, we're blessed that other countries to see those kind of animals would be to say, oh
Yeah.
wow, you'd have to go so far out. Whereas where we live in Melbourne, we are blessed that we're not far from our home, and yet we can come to this beautiful place,
He's
see
still
these gorgeous animals.
still sleeping there. I spoke speaking to a lady who was at church on Sunday, and she's from China, and I was asking what province, and she's from the area where the pandas are from.
Oh wow!
So her home areas where they have a special panda. They have a zoo, only pandas, just all pandas.
This is amazing. I would love to see a panda in real life.
But I did say, is it sort of the thing where you can go and see pandas? But she said, no, you have to go to the special
okay.
reserves or the zoos. It's not like here, where we can go to a zoo and see a kangaroo, but
And
also we can just
past me,
go.
that is the end of our power walk. It does go quicker when
It
you're
does, it
focusing on
does.
something else.
When I'm focusing on something else here, I'm just all engaged and forget that I'm doing an extra bit of breathing there. So that's
Yeah.
good. It's focus.
Yeah.
It's almost like that's a key concept, eh? But yeah, so I'm grateful that we can just come out here and just see kangaroos in the wild.
And I love that kangaroos, for anyone who's watching from overseas, Pastor Peter, would you like to say the amazing fact about kangaroos and why they're our national animal?
Yeah, so we have two animals on our national shield, the kangaroo and the emu. And they chose those to become part of Australia's shield because neither animal has a natural backwards movement.
I love
So
that.
not like humans that we can
Yeah.
we can walk forwards or backwards, you know, and there's a lot of animals that can do both, but both the kangaroo and the emu don't have a natural backwards movement, and so they chose them as a representation of this. As a nation, we're going to move forward.
I love that.
We are choosing animals to represent us that are only forward moving effectively.
I love that, and I always think of when we had Jesse Duplantis at our church only a few months ago, and he preached an amazing message, a really prophetic message when he said advance.
Yeah.
He said that was his word to our church. He said we advance. He said God's desire and God's way of doing things is for things to always advance, never retreat, never go back, always advancing. And I feel like the kangaroo is such a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
That they are designed to go one way and one way only, and that is forward. Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, nice and here under the big canopy.
It's beautiful. That clear blue
What sort of
sky.
other animals would be in the area around here? There'd be wombats.
I thought you were actually asking me, and I was thinking, oh, I have no idea.
I was, and then I realised I did. I think.
I'm a city girl at heart.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's two more kangaroos in there.
It's amazing.
Just having a sit. I
There
wasn't
you
sure.
go. If you are enjoying this walk, you should come on down to Lysterfield Park one day. You can do this walk in real life, and you might be able to see some animals as well. It's a great spot.
And if you want to see
Beautiful
a lot
walks.
more kangaroos, we're doing it the wrong time of day.
Yeah.
It's quite warm in the middle of the afternoon. But if you came in the morning or more towards dusk, when they come out to feed, they'd be out in the grass.
Yeah.
At the moment, they're just sort of sitting quietly
Hi.
away. So yeah, so if you timed it to come out
Yes.
early in the morning, you often see a lot of them. They'd be out eating the grass and more exposed areas. But at the moment, they're doing what we thought they'd do. But thankfully, we were able to still see some.
Favor.
Favour, exactly. Favour for our collision walkers.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is just a beautiful. Just look at that.
Look at that.
Okay, we got 20 seconds before our next power
Oh,
walk.
another power walk. How we go. Now, what we don't normally have in our other walks, we've had some inclines and things, so this has been good for us. All right, we ready?
We ready? We got 10 more seconds.
Okay.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow. I don't know if you can see that. Kangaroos just jumping all throughout all the different picnics. That is amazing.
Didn't expect to see that.
No.
Okay, this is
Almost halfway through our power walk,
Yep.
focusing on those kangaroos.
Yeah, look. See what I'll just focus to see where they are, not think about so much what we're doing.
Beautiful. There you go, 15 seconds to go.
Okay.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Slowly.
Those kangaroos were a fantastic thing to focus on for that power walk. But you know, I challenge you, because obviously collision, it is colliding fitness with faith. And you know, I think this has been a powerful thing. We don't plan what we're going to talk about, we just let it naturally flow. But I feel like this concept of focus has been so strong. I encourage you to do that, even with whatever you're believing for. If you've got something you're believing God for, if there's a miracle that you are standing for, if there's a problem that you are resisting, you know, stop and actually just reflect on this concept of focus. Ask God, say, God, where has my focus been and where should my focus be? Are there things that I could be choosing to focus on that would help me on the journey, help the time to go quicker, help me to walk it better? Because where you focus will have such a huge impact on how you're walking a journey. And I feel like that's just been something that God has really spoken through this walk.
Yeah, and don't say, well, I mustn't focus on the lack. I mustn't focus on the problems. Don't even list them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't start listing all the things I won't focus on. Oh, we're coming up to some more kangaroos. They're just chilling in the park.
Focus on purpose, that which you just want to give God glory for.
Yeah.
And
focus on what lies ahead.
Yeah, focus. Sometimes when you're really struggling with something, I've always encouraged others to focus on something outside of your situation.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, it's like if you're sick, some people say, well, I'll focus on healing.
Yeah.
Which is good, but you also can do it with one eye on the fact that you're sick.
Yeah.
Why don't you focus on someone else who's outside of your situation and pray for them? And even if it's not for healing, even if it's for breakthrough for their lives, it gets the faith activated. And I always believe that as you activate your faith for others, God's able to work that for you.
Amen. Look at
Here
this.
they are. These are the kangaroos I think we saw earlier that
We're
have just come on.
going to walk quietly so that we don't scare them off.
Yeah.
You can enjoy these gorgeous kangaroos. What a favour walk in the middle of day to have these kangaroos just chilling right by our path.
They're looking at you, Brooke, like, are we on
They're
camera?
ready for their camera shots.
They ran, you know what they did? They ran to get on camera.
They're ready for their close-up.
They're like, oh, I just happened to be here. Those paparazzi, those rotten paparazzi are here again. Okay, well, I'm going to go quiet and slow. They've all turned their backs on us. There's two more down there watching. Hello. Hello.
You can see them jumping.
Are they moving forward? If they get up here, they are chasing the camera, all right?
They said this is our moment.
There's the dad, the male at the back.
Yes.
He's just bent down at the moment, head down to the ground.
Look at how many there are.
Yeah,
2, 4.
and he's looking up. You can sort of see in the shoulders.
Yeah,
These-
he stands differently.
Yeah, these are grey kangaroos, and but you can sort of see the shoulders are a bit bigger and stronger. He's just bent over at the moment. He's keeping watch over his girls and little kiddies.
Amazing.
Yeah, and and then we have red kangaroos, which are bigger and musclier even. Yeah,
And I would stand further away from them.
well, the male ones especially.
Yeah.
They're a little bit protective, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
But
Husband, we've got 9
grey
seconds
kangaroos
for
are
our
a little bit
next power walk as well.
how many?
Well, 4 seconds now.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it along the grass here.
Done. See if you're spotting more kangaroos. Right now we're getting down more to where there's family picnics and a lot more noise. So the kangaroos might be staying clear of this area. Look at this. What a beautiful day. God is so good. What an amazing opportunity. Walk together, grow our faith, strengthen our bodies, collide our fitness journeys with Jesus in this gorgeous environment. 15 seconds.
Okay, pump it more.
4, 3, 2, 1. And we've got one more walk and power walk before we're at the end of our 30 minutes.
If you do come down to Lysterfield Park, one of the good things is there is actually good amenities here.
Yeah, which makes a big difference for a day out. So, as I said, I'm a city girl.
Yeah, for families and, you know, for parents, this is often a good thing to have.
Yeah. And having the lake is just a gorgeous thing to look through.
There's a tree root coming through. I'm just trying to work out what's in there.
Or what was in there.
Or what was in there, I think, yeah. Come down this way. Lots of spaces along here for picnics and a bit of water thing. Not many people in the water this time of the year for us, but come full summer, there'll be a lot of paddle boards and people out there playing and fishing and swimming.
How deep would the water be there?
You could walk out maybe 10, 20 metres,
Okay.
chest high, but then it would get deep. So it's good for kids right on the edge, but you'd have to watch them.
Yes. Not going to lie, Pastor Peter, the little jetties that was caught at the end is giving me Jaws vibes, so
No.
I'm quite happy to...
Yeah, can I just say, no Jaws in this. This is a man-made lake, as you can see with the dam at the back. And yeah, it's
Oh, you can use this as a turn around if you like. You can follow this around.
Sorry?
You can follow this around us and see if you need.
And you put your boats in here. Oh, I think we'll follow that around into a gate. Lysterfield Sailing Club.
You're enjoying the last little bit of our walk on an incline.
On an incline.
It is amazing the difference that incline training is another fascinating thing. That even if you're decreasing the speed, okay, if you're on a treadmill, you know, actually put your incline up, but decrease the speed, because what you want is you want just to be that same steady paced walk. So it's still saying I might need to walk slower while I'm going uphill, but I can still maintain conversation. It's actually a great way of training different parts of your muscles, different parts of your leg, and also teaches you a new form of movement, because your stepping will be a different movement when you're going up versus
How about we swing around this way? Can we swing?
We can swing. We just have to swing slowly. Here we go.
I thought we could do our last couple of minutes along here.
Beautiful.
So is it, Brooke, what you're saying is using your breath as a little bit of a gauge there.
100%,
If you put the incline,
I think.
if you put the incline up, then if you're breathing more too heavily, then slow down.
Exactly. So speed and incline, you can sort of say both of them. If I run faster, then my heart rate will rise, so my breathing will, I'll start puffing more. But in the same way, if I'm starting to go uphill, the same thing will happen. So what you can do is you can actually use them both in ratio so that your breathing maintains the same. So say if I'm going uphill, I decrease my speed so that my breathing's the same. Or if I'm running or walking on a flat ground, I can increase my speed so my heart rate doesn't actually drop or my breathing doesn't drop. Okay, we've got 25 more seconds before our final power walk.
All right, and it's going to be uphill power walk. How good is that?
And so this is a great way for you just to train a different style. Also just training your muscles, new movements. It can be helping you with different joints, strengthening all of your joints.
Tell me when.
Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are off for our final minute power walk. So if you're going uphill, you might be a power walk which is slightly slower to your others, but your body's actually working out at the same ratio, the same range. It's no different to if you're in the gym, you might do more, if you're doing bicep curls, you might do 20 bicep curls at one weight or do 10 at a slightly heavier weight.
Yeah.
But your body's actually working similar, it's just a different style of workouts. And using both of them in moderation is a great way to get a full body workout and to be helping your body improve in all ways of health. We've got 25 more seconds. Focus on this beautiful day. Focus on your amazing God who's given you this body to move. 10 more seconds and we are done.
Okay, I'm going to finish right at this tree.
3, 2, and 1.
Well done, everybody. Well done. Good work.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We can't wait to see you next time.